let's see. So Chad, if you could, I guess, tell us your connection to the Courage Ride and sarcoma research.
Sure. So in 2014, my wife, Kelly, was diagnosed and passed away from high-grade differentiated chondrosarcoma. And while we were going through treatments, I had seen the pamphlets for the Courage Ride in the hospital. And I kind of wanted a way to remember her and to raise awareness for sarcoma. The next year, I got a hold of Leo, I can't say her name.
Leo.
And anyway,
Yeah.
there you go. And anyway, got a hold of her and got involved in the Courage Ride. The first year I helped out as much as I could, and then I've ridden every year since then. So it's kind of been an important thing since then.
Yeah. And, I imagine you unfortunately have such a, a great perspective on the help that it does.
Right.
And having gone through the experience of it, you recognize the need for it, I imagine, more than anybody.
Right, absolutely. And the other thing that kind of got me going on too, founder for Seth Bailey, and I knew his family. I didn't know Seth, but I knew his family because I'm originally from Kelowna as well. So I had known his family I'd grown up with them, so I knew him forever. So that kind of made it a nice, nice way to remember everybody and at least raise awareness if nothing else.
Yeah. Yeah. So what does it mean for you to be able to participate and see all these people participating and knowing the impact? What does it mean for you to be a part of it?
It's great. It's absolutely great. I love, meeting different people, seeing the doctors again that helped out, seeing people who are surviving this horrible disease. I have a good friend who comes every year from Sac City. Her and her husband ride. She's a chondrosarcoma survivor. So it's good to go riding with them. I've ridden with them the last 2 years. Unfortunately, this year I won't get to be able to do that, but it's just good to catch up with people that, you've met along the way and just see how things are going and see where we're headed.
Yeah. Yeah. So tell me about, tell me if I get the name wrong, but 100+ Men of Johnson County.
Yeah. So many years ago, I was looking for someone, an organization to get involved with. A friend of mine who had suggested the 100+ Men Who Care. There is one in Iowa City. And so I kind of talked to him a little bit about what they do and all that kind of stuff. So I thought, what the heck, I'll try it. And so the first night I went, what they do is they have you put your name in a hat and the organization that you want to win the money for.
Mm-hmm.
They put that in a hat. So they'll pick 3 of them up. Well, one of them happened to be mine. So basically what I had to do is give a little presentation on the Courage Ride in front of everybody and kind of, tell them what it was. And then what they do is they vote on the one organization that they want to help. And then whoever gets the most votes actually wins the money for that quarter. So every quarter we pay $100 into it. And so every person that joins, it's $100 a quarter. And then that $100 is times by how many ever members there are. It could be, several hundred. It doesn't have to be 100. It can be several hundred, and then that money goes to that organization. And thankfully that day, I actually gave a good enough speech to the Courage Ride, so they got that money. I think it was like $17,000.
That's wow. That's significant. What a cool organization.
Yeah. And that's one thing I liked about that organization. I mean, you can give an organization $100 here and $100 there. And I think when you got all these people together trying to do something good for the community, that, $17,000 means a lot more to, like we've given to the food pantry before. That's a lot more help to them than $100. So.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. And then what's this about a Courage Ride car?
So many years ago, I used to drive a race car. Got out of it because it's way too expensive. And then once Kelly had passed, I kind of thought, I need to start doing some, you don't know when your time's up, and I need to start doing some of the things that I really wanted to do and never really either had the money or had the, I don't know, maybe common sense to do it or not do it. And so I thought, what the heck? There's, so I bought a race car, and race cars usually cost a lot of money and involve a lot of sponsorships and that kind of stuff. And I was inspired by another racer who, let me back up a little bit. So he had a lady who sponsored his car. And rather than, go out and search for sponsors, she would put like Make-A-Wish or charity on there. So what I kind of did is just took my 3 favorite charities, which obviously Courage Ride being number 1. I just took that charity and thought, what, I don't want any money from them. I'm just going to give them the advertising. I'm going to put them on the hood and on the side. And then at some point I'll have shirts made up. And so basically I just want to get people aware of what sarcoma is. Cause still nobody really, unless you're inside the circle, not really many people know what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. So it seems like there's both the need for research and for funding that research, and then just general awareness that this is significant and strides can be made and need to be made, it sounds like.
Right. And so I thought, we go to several different tracks around eastern Iowa and sometimes in the central Iowa. And it's just, I've had people ask me what it is, and I kind of explain to them what it is. And like, so many people have never ever heard of that. So it's kind of nice to explain to people what it is and how it happens and what happens and all that kind of stuff. And there's not a lot of research on it, and because it's such a rare thing. So
yeah,
I don't know. It's just one of those ways I thought, well, it's not a monetary thing, but it's something I can do to maybe get the word out there. Maybe small, maybe not that many people, but at least it's something.
Yeah. So in terms of thinking of folks watching this that have been participating virtually in the Courage Ride or are going to participate virtually in the Courage Ride, whether through riding or through donating, what would you want them to know about sarcoma research or the Courage Ride and the impact that it has?
Yeah, I think they've made some good strides in the last 5 to 10 years, the way it sounds. Every dollar helps. There's a lot of people, even though it's a rare disease, other than my wife passed away, I know 2 or 3 other people who've had it. A coworker had his granddaughter pass away. She was 2 years old. So, yeah, there's a lot. It is a rare thing, but unfortunately, a lot of people do get it. And, it's very prevalent in this area. So every dollar helps, everything helps. Just the awareness, getting them out there, riding a bike, making a donation, that helps. Every dollar helps us.
Yeah. Well, Chad, thanks for taking time with us today. You've really seemed to carry on your wife's legacy and then impacting others in the future seems to really make a difference. And it's inspiring to be around people that are coming together to make such a difference. So thanks for joining us.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate it.
We did it. That was perfect.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Good. That was painless.